I'm Lacey Lowry. We are following breaking news right now at 6 o'clock. A car drives into Lake Overholser early this morning. Police now confirming one person has died. Our Brianna Brown is live at the scene getting details on what happened. A full report coming up.
Plus, a mother is arrested accused of firing shots at an Oklahoma City school bus stop. I'm Lisa Monahan in for Robin Marsh. A parent who witnessed the shooting now sharing her concerns ahead.
I'm Colby Thielen. As you know, a lot of Sooner fans headed down to Dallas for the Red River Rivalry. What you need to know before hitting the road today or even tomorrow, it's coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
A lot of folks headed that way probably soon. If you're taking the train in just a couple of hours, if you're driving a car, hope that AC is working.
Yeah, I'm going to be sitting right on my couch.
Yeah, that's the best way.
A lot of air conditioning going on there.
There you go. That's the best way to do it, watching it from somewhere indoors this weekend.
I love it. It's finally here. We're talking college football. We also got details on OSU's game. It's just a good weekend. We just need the temperatures to cooperate, Lacey Swope.
They're not going to.
I know.
Is the problem. So for all the Friday Night Light games, hey, tonight all the high school games are going on. The evenings are still very nice. The mornings are pleasant. But during peak heating, really over the next several days, it is going to be warm to hot. And we've been warm to hot since the 1st of October. We have been in the mid-upper 80s. We had a couple days early this week. We told you enjoy them. Those 2 days were very fall-like. The yellow line is our average or normal line, and we are just 10, 5, 10, 15 degrees above average and even warmer into portions of next week. So the outlook for next week, which is fall break, there's a lot of red on the map. The red signifies above average conditions. I'll have your 9-day and your fall break forecast coming up. This morning is dry, rain ongoing now, tropical moisture pluming in over the southwest. Part of that comes to Oklahoma early next week. Right now, your Lucky Star Sky Cam Network live from American Fidelity. It is 60 degrees. Megan has your full traffic update in just a minute for your Friday morning commute. We are in the mid 60s, some low mid 50s, depending on where you are. And we have a south breeze. It's a little gusty in the northwest. Plan for mid-upper 80s again today. We're on your weekend forecast, and we've got rain chances increasing. When and where? Coming up.
Thank you. We want to get back to this breaking news. A driver heads into Lake Overholser, and police confirmed this morning that they have pulled a body from the water. Our Brianna Brown joins us live from the scene with what we know so far. Brianna?
Yes, there's a heavy police presence here at Lake Overholser as Oklahoma City police have confirmed one person is dead after rescue teams pulled them from the lake. Now, this call came in right before 4 a.m. this morning. A person that was here at the lake said they saw a car drive past them into the lake. And so once rescue teams got here, they were able to see the brake lights from the shore and were able to get to the vehicle where they were able to recover the person that was found in the vehicle. Like I said, they were found deceased. We've yet to get information on the name of the person or any information regarding the victim. We are working to get more information on how this all happened and what was the cause of it. We'll continue to stay on scene here. We have multiple tow trucks that are here as well as they are working to recover this vehicle from the lake. We'll continue to give you updates throughout the morning. Live at Lake Overholser, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's own News 9.
OHP is investigating a crash involving a possible drunk driver on I-35 where it peels off to I-240. The Highway Patrol says this was last night around 11 p.m. They checked out one person. It's unclear if that person went to the hospital. And then watch what happened right here. While OHP was on the crash, this unrelated driver pulls through, starts honking and screaming at OHP troopers. Troopers eventually pulled that driver over, talked to them. That driver was released but cited because they continued to taunt troopers.
A Metro mother is accused of shooting at 3 people at an Oklahoma City school bus stop. It happened Wednesday near Northwest 122nd and Walker. And now new court documents are revealing Lakita Dawson tried to confront students on the school bus. This all over a fight with one of her children. Investigators say Dawson then shot at a group of people involved in that dispute. While in her car, she fired those shots. One parent who came home to the scene shared her concerns about the incident.
The parents should be more responsible with that and not use a gun. I mean, we're trying to teach them not violence.
Now, police say no one was hurt during all of this. Dawson was arrested on several complaints, including assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
A Metro man who was hospitalized by an Oklahoma City police officer during a traffic stop last year will be laid to rest this coming weekend. Lick Vu died last week. Right now, the medical examiner is working to determine his cause of death, but his family says he had cancer and had to stop cancer treatments because of that traffic incident.
It definitely is a big blow to the community.
He is a very important member of our community. He's been living here for many years.
Vu's service will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow at St. Francis of Assisi Church in Midtown.
The first Oklahoma State Board of Education meeting under the new superintendent, Lyndall Fields, comes to an end without controversy. There were also 2 new board members, making the current board fully appointed by Governor Kevin Stitt. The board spent over 3 hours in executive session to discuss parts of the 8-page agenda that includes student transfer requests and the certifications of 32 teachers. Some of that agenda items had been held up for months under the previous administration.
We just want to signal that we are open and transparent and willing to answer questions and have people come and be part of the process of turning education around in our state.
The next board meeting is set for October 23rd. And it is expected, there's a vote expected on an agency budget in that meeting.
Time now 6:06 on your Friday morning, and Megan Gold's watching the roads for us. Megan, a commotion over on the northwest side at Lake Overholser.
Yeah, and that is still an active scene. So for anybody that is headed out this morning, if you can't avoid that spot, of course, we do have our Brianna Brown, and we'll have a live update here in just a few minutes. It is safe to say the Oklahoma highways will be so very busy, regardless of where you're headed this weekend. Just so many things going on. I've got several shots for you. Broadway extension, if you're coming in from the north side, Edmond to Guthrie down into Oklahoma City. Good to go. Nothing to slow you down. On I-40 in May, looking off to the west, the morning drive picking up there as well. And then I-35, a heavily traveled spot this weekend. That looks good as of right now. So nothing to report traffic-wise to you. No accidents out on the roadways. Coming up here in just a few minutes, I'll take you down south all the way to Dallas, walk you through construction zones and what you can expect for that drive down to the Red River Rivalry. Guys, back to you.
Megan, thank you. Well, Oklahomans hoping to create open primaries in the state will begin collecting signatures this month, trying to get that issue on the ballot. State Question 836 would create a single primary election, which means all candidates would appear on the same ballot. Now, the top 2 picks, regardless of the party, would then head to the general election. The campaign will have 90 days starting October 29th to collect nearly 173,000 signatures needed to qualify for the ballot.
The Oklahoma City Thunder come out on top in their preseason home opener. Did you see it? They welcomed the Charlotte Hornets to the Paycom Center. The crowd was awesome. This was SGA's preseason debut, and he definitely looked like his midseason self. The shot of the night, look at this, was from Kaysen Wallace. Did you see that up and over the backboard?
Amazing.
Beating the shot clock. Oklahoma City wins this one 122. There's the shot again.
Real.
116. And it was one of 7 games News 9 is bringing to you live this season. And we hope you enjoyed it. You got to watch it for free last night. And we've got more coming up.
Just the way he played it, wasn't it? That was totally intentional. Yes.
It looked like a horse shot, like when you're playing the game horse.
Exactly. Hey, he might
so
keep that
good.
in his back pocket for the next
That's
time
right.
he plays.
A lot of talk about sports this weekend as we head into the big football weekend of the Red River Rivalry.
You got a softball tournament to go to.
Softball tournament. There's a lot of sports happening on the weekend.
Yes. You
At every age.
better get your sunscreen ready. That's it.
A lot of water needed.
Yeah, so let's turn to the Bob Mills Weather Center. Lacey standing by. Before you go, Lacey, same old, same old. It's hot.
It is warm, yeah, above normal for this time of year. We should be talking about lows in the 50s, even 40s, or highs in the 60s, 70s. That's an October-like forecast for Oklahoma. That is not the case. Coming up for the next, really, 9 days. Here's a live look right now on our Lucky Star Skycam network. Sun comes up at 7:33. Here in the Bob Mills Weather Center, we're talking about low 60s, warming to 70 by 10. How high does the mercury climb today and for your weekend? How close to record highs? I'll have it for you coming up.
Also coming up, lawmakers are weighing in on a DHS case that pulled a 17-year-old leukemia patient from his home and into the custody of the state. Coming up, the questions now being raised about the state's role in family medical decisions. We're back after this.
6:13 on your Friday morning. We are following breaking news at Lake Overholser. A car drove into the water just before 4 o'clock this morning. And unfortunately, Oklahoma City police confirming they have pulled one body from the water. They are still at the scene. This is actually on the south side of the lake, just west of the dam, basically County Line Road at Overholser Road. They have the tow truck out there, and there's still a lot of firefighters and police officers. We do know a witness actually reported this. They said the car drove right past them and into the water close to the boat ramp. So a lot of questions. We have a reporter at the scene trying to get new details, and we'll have another report coming up. But just on the map, this is where it is. This is the west side of the metro, Lake Overholser, and the actual crime scene where the tape is up is on the south side of the lake this morning. We'll check in with our reporter coming up in the next few minutes.
Going to switch gears here, talk about the weekend. So many people making plans. You talked about a softball tournament. Lacey's got soccer games.
Soccer.
Got Haunt the Zoo, still like we do every weekend in October.
Yes.
Lacey and I will be out there.
You guys taking the kiddos?
I'm bringing mine. Are your boys coming?
They have soccer games. So I have to miss one of the games, unfortunately, but we'll be out there with you guys. What are you dressing up?
I will be Lilo's older sister.
Yes.
My daughter is Stitch. She doesn't have a mom, or I would be her mom in the movie.
Yes.
So okay, her name.
All right.
This is older. What about you?
You had to find out.
Nani. It's a secret.
You gotta
Just saying, I will be flying high again.
Here we go.
Just put it that way.
A kite? You're gonna be a kite?
Find out. Gotta come to Haunt the Zoo.
There's just so many activities this weekend outdoors.
Fall in Oklahoma is such a fun time. The pumpkin patches are open. It's going to be warm. It's going to be hot. We've got the big football games going on. We all struggle, by the way, with saying Red River Rivalry. We just have to slow down every time. Can you imagine if we had to incorporate Will Rogers World Airport with the Red River Rivalry?
A lot of people be flying out of the Will Rogers World Airport to go to the Red River Rivalry.
Oh, say that 10 times fast.
It's too much. Hey, for you heading to the bus stop this morning, getting the kiddos ready, it is Friday, and for many, it is the final school day before fall break. Get up, let's tackle the day. Temps will be in the 50s, the 60s as you head out. We'll be in the mid-upper 80s later today with sunny skies. South wind this morning, a little gusty this afternoon, about 5-15 miles per hour. And any of the Friday night football games, the forecast again, looking out for a Friday evening. Winds out of the south. We'll be in the 80s early, but falling into the 70s. Even though we get hot during the day, we have limited daylight hours, and that window for heating just keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So our temperatures drop off quickly, and Megan was just looking. Sunset today is at 7 p.m., and this is the final sunset. We're all going to be in the 6 o'clock hour until March, okay? As far as records go, because we are talking the heat, and then people, I've already had the question multiple times, is this a historic October? Not necessarily, not yet, and we haven't broken records, but we'll see how we shape up. We're going to be probably in the top 10 for one of the warmer Octobers on record, unless we get some big cold fronts in here that final week. For this weekend, our normal high is 75 degrees. We're forecasting 88, and for this afternoon, the record is 95. So the red bar are the records. We're not breaking those, but we are much closer to the records than we are down here, where our typical temperatures are in the lower and mid 70s. Now for fall break, just get ready for a warm one. It is going to be hot. It's not one of those years where the kiddos are going to be bundled up. It's definitely going to be warm, but hey, it's great to get outside. Really great to head to any of those activities that you want to do that are fall-like. The mornings, the evenings will be amazing. And we have rain chances, which we need, and we've increased those opportunities for you. As far as the rain right now, well, there's not much to speak of. We are quiet, we are clear, good for the morning drive. 60 degrees on our Lucky Star Skycam network. It's warmer in the northwest, upper 60s, even 70 right now, just north of Woodward, where winds are stronger out of the south. But you fall into a cool 58 in Chickasha, Shawnee 62, Chandler 60, Sulphur 60, Stillwater 60 degrees. South winds very light unless you're in the northwest. Our kind of 4 northwest counties are definitely breezy to start off your Friday morning. 91 in Enid will be your high today. 88 in Stillwater, 88 in Lawton, 86 in Ardmore. Now I want to show you satellite imagery here with the clouds and the rain coming in with this storm system. Look at all the flood advisories that are in effect for Arizona, Nevada, Utah, portions of California. Tropical moisture streaming up that way, and eventually a plume of that makes it across Oklahoma. Time with the storm system Monday, and that can increase some of the rain. Right now the totals don't look all that impressive, and it's not a statewide event. We're looking at the big picture. The main jet stream is well to the north, and it is staying there until the 19th of October. Okay, that's the date that it looks like everything's really pinpointing the date now, the timing of it. That's the next time that front or that system with the jet stream really comes to the south. In the meantime, we're watching Raymond. There's Priscilla, tropical storms, and the moisture from those are going to be riding up to the north. Tonight, it's not here. Tonight we have dry air. We're in the 60s tonight. Tomorrow, here's your Saturday, 80s and 90s. It's going to be warm, and it's going to be very warm up in Stillwater as OSU takes on Houston. Temps will be in the 70s for tailgating. Nice in Payne County, warming into the upper 80s. Then if you are headed down to Dallas for the big OU Texas game, we'll be in the 80s for tailgating tomorrow morning. Tomorrow midday, 86 at kickoff at 2:30, and then we soar to about 92 with sunny skies. Hot in the Cotton Bowl. Hydrate, have your sunscreen, enjoy, and get ready for the big game. 89 degrees in Stillwater on Sunday. Sunday's still hot, but Sunday it's windy. Winds are 20 to 30 miles per hour on Sunday, and we could see an elevated wildfire risk due to that because we are dry. Drought starting to expand more across Oklahoma. I'll have the latest drought monitor in the next half hour. And there you go. Hot, lows getting warm, temperatures around 80. A little cooler Monday with the rain around. That next storm system again around the 19th. Back to you guys.
Your time now, 6:19. Megan Gold is watching the roads for us this morning. And if you're leaving right now at 6:19, no traffic heading to OU, Texas, Megan.
No, exactly. It looks great. As the morning progresses, it will get busier through rush hour. And then there's kind of a lull from about 9, 10 to 11 o'clock. And then we've got all of our afternoon commuters into the evening. And that's where it gets very dicey. So I first want to hit the Friday morning drive, and then we'll talk about the OU Texas drive. This is Broadway Extension. Looks great if you're headed southbound into Oklahoma City. Out on the west side, I-40 and Meridian looks good as well. Now, I-35, that is going to be a crammed, just congested spot as we go through the weekend. That's at Tecumseh looking off to the south. And right now, no accidents and no slowdowns. Now, the farther south you go, of course, I-35 will get very, very busy through the day today, even into tomorrow morning. So hearing from ODOT, this is the update that I want you to have. I-35 will be open to 2 lanes in both directions. That doesn't mean that there won't be some lane closures and some spots that you do have to slow down in work zones, but that is good news. So it will be 4 lanes total, 2 in both directions. On top of that, there is a game ongoing in North Texas in Denton, so expect big time congestion from that game as they play South Florida. Add an extra hour to an hour and a half as you head down to the big game. We'll be right back after this quick break.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys are back at Boone Pickens tomorrow, and the big question for OSU, who will start at quarterback? A lot of injuries, and now it's looking more like former quarterback turned wide receiver Sam Jackson may actually go back to quarterback for this game. Interim head coach Doug Meacham is optimistic about Jackson.
I don't think he really flinches at any of this type of stuff because he's an older guy, and he's been through a lot. He's been at several different schools, and I just think he appreciates the opportunity to help the football team and go out there and play a position I'm sure he loved.
The Cowboys will kick off against Houston at 11 a.m. tomorrow in Stillwater.
If you're headed up there, I maybe suggest wearing the orange or white as opposed to the black, because sitting in that direct sun may not feel so nice, Lacey.
Yeah, the light colored, if you've got it, definitely not a bad idea. And that game kicking off at 11, meaning you're going to be there during peak heating. Now, we've had hotter games already this season. It's October. We don't want you dressing like it's fall because it will not feel that way at all. We also have not had much rain. This is the past 2 weeks, the past 14 days across Oklahoma. And we've had a few showers here and there. We had a couple thunderstorms, earlier this week even. But we've been dry in Oklahoma City, and the majority of the state staying dry. And because of that, the latest drought monitor is now showing moderate conditions. If you have food plots in the ground, if you're trying to feed the wildlife across Oklahoma, the ponds getting a little low. We're not extreme, but we're going the wrong direction. That's for sure. We've shut things off in the rain department. Now, I'll tell you, early next week, rain chances come back for Monday. For some, especially along and northwest of I-44, some areas could pick up a trace, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, not enough to really end the drought. Now, we will have winds picking up. If you're making plans to be in the outdoors, maybe you've got a stand picked out for this evening. South breeze is the rule. It'll be a little more gusty tomorrow morning out of the south. By tomorrow afternoon, winds 15, maybe some gusts to 20, and then it does turn windy on Sunday with gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour out of the south and southwest. Could ramp up the fire danger. Temps in the 60s to the 80s today. How hot for the weekend? That's coming up.
Lacey, thank you. And we are continuing to follow the latest from Lake Overholser. The breaking news this morning, a car drives into the lake and police have confirmed that a body was pulled from the water. This is a deadly crash. As you can see, this is the tow truck there on scene trying to remove the car as well. Our Brianna Brown is there on the scene. We're going to have a live report coming up after this.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning, Oklahoma. It is 6:30 on your Friday morning. There's a live look at the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum, lit up just beautiful on this Friday morning. And it is a great start to your weekend. We say thanks for joining us. I'm Lacey Lowry with Colby Thielen and Lisa Monahan.
We have finally made it to Friday, folks.
Finally the end of the work week. And boy, I was fine sitting on Tuesday, Wednesday there for a little bit just because of how nice it felt.
Gorgeous.
This is the first time I've been like, weekend, yeah, sweat, it's gonna be fine. No, just kidding. We're all excited about it. Let's go over to the Bob Mills Weather Center, though. Find out how long it's going to stick around, Lacey.
I think one of the things you have to talk about when you talk about how warm it is that it's really a few hours during the day. It's not all day. It's not summertime anymore. It is fall across Oklahoma. And yes, we will have warm to hot afternoons. Your mornings are still wonderful. That real extreme thick humidity, it's not here. And your evenings still look good. But we've been above average. And so this is kind of where we're going. Good look at where you're going is where you've been. Well, mid-upper 80s. We were in the 70s for a couple of days. Those days were amazing. And now we're ramping up rain opportunities Monday into Tuesday, may even be early Monday morning. We'll fine tune the timing of it. But we do have a storm system coming in. It looks much more active as we head into next week. Our Lucky Star Sky Cam Network, live from American Fidelity. Megan is fine tuning the camera. Are you looking for something good, Meg? She's got it. She's got it. This is the shot right here. She'll have more on your traffic update in just a minute. 60 degrees is the current temperature. Upper 60s, low 70s in the north. We've got a few 50s from Chickasha down to Pulse Valley. It's also 65 in Jones, 54 in Bristow, and then upper 60s from Woodward back up to Buffalo. Winds out of the south, 5 to 15. Guys, today more mid-upper 80s. How hot for the weekend? We are closer to records than average. I'll have your forecast in just a minute.
Lacey, thank you. We are following breaking news this morning. A driver crashes into Lake Overholser just before 4. Police telling us that driver did not survive. Our Brianna Brown is live at the scene on the south side of the lake. Brianna, what do you know so far?
Yes, there's still a large police presence here on the south side of Lake Overholser, as Oklahoma City police have confirmed that one person that was rescued from that vehicle is dead. Now, we are working to get more information on the identity of that person. We have yet to get the name or gender of that person involved in this. We still see that there are several tow trucks here on scene as they're working to pull that vehicle out of the lake. And now this call came in just before 4 a.m. We're going to show you some video of what that scene looked like. This call coming in just before 4 a.m. And when officers arrived, they said they could see the brake lights from the shore. Now they're still working to remove that vehicle from the lake, and we're working to get more information on that person that was involved. As we get more information, we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. Here live at Lake Overholser, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Your time now, 6:33. An Oklahoma State University student claims he was reprimanded by a faculty member after speaking about the assassination of political activist Charlie Kirk. News 9's Kylee Dedmon went to Stillwater and spoke with that student about what he calls threats following his comments. Kylee?
Lacey, junior at Oklahoma State University and on the Senate board, Joshua Wilson says he has one-on-one conversations with the coordinator for student government about once a month. But this conversation specifically, he says, was completely out of the blue.
It cannot just be yes, but cannot be every response that you give me. Otherwise, this year is going to be difficult for you.
That was part of the conversation Joshua Wilson had with the Student Government Programs Coordinator at Oklahoma State University.
Me and my buddy who gave a speech both got direct messages on GroupMe saying, hey, I need you in my office. This private meeting sparked after Wilson spoke during the open comments section of a student government meeting about remembering and honoring Charlie Kirk. While doing this, Wilson was wearing this hat that Kirk gave him when he came to the OSU campus earlier this year for his Turning Point USA campus tour.
For me, personally, it has nothing to do with partisan politics whatsoever. It's just something I got at an event that meant a lot to me.
Wilson says the coordinator was at the government meeting when Wilson spoke about Kirk and never said anything that night about his hat.
I felt very threatened. Why isn't this something like we could have talked about in Senate? Why couldn't we just brought that up? Maybe a text message saying, hey, dress code is this, dress code is that.
But Wilson says it wasn't about dress code.
I have family who don't look like you, who are triggered, and I will be very candid with you, who are triggered by those hats and by that side.
I was respectfully saying that this hat wasn't partisan. Again, it was something that I got volunteering for Turning Point when Charlie Kirk came to campus. So it had nothing to do with partisan values, but with our First Amendment rights and protecting those. And she didn't find that that was an acceptable response, and that if I questioned that belief, that perhaps the year could not be easy for me.
Joshua also tells me since that meeting, his Senate University chair email has not been working. Reporting live in the studio, Kylee Dedmon, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylie, thank you. We have reached out multiple times to OSU's student government coordinator as well as the university for a comment, and we have not heard back.
6:36 is your time right now. Meteorologist Megan Gold's watching the roads for us this morning. And Megan, just coming into our newsroom, a reported injury accident down on the south side.
Yes, and we do have a crew headed that way. Let me show it to you on the map. That's going to be our only accident here on your Friday morning. So far, again, crew headed that direction at 6200 South Walker. That's going to be just north of I-240. So it's not going to be on the highway, but City Street and, of course, the morning drive that may impact the spot that you are headed this morning. I do want to hit the OU Texas travel because I know many of you may be tuning in this morning before you hit the roads. I-35 so far this morning has looked good, but it is picking up along with the morning rush hour, also combined with the OU Texas travel. So I want to give you the latest update on what you can expect. I-35 will be open to 2 lanes in both directions, but that doesn't mean there won't be some construction and there won't be spots where the speed will be reduced. So all the way from Oklahoma City down to the Texas state line, expect delays, expect a lot of congestion. On top of that, also hearing from Joe Castiglione that there is a big game ongoing at North Texas versus South Florida. That kickoff at 6:30 right as you go into Denton outside of Dallas, and that will add to that traffic. So an extra hour and a half as you head down to Dallas for the game. And as always, be safe, guys. Back to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. Other headlines this morning: a new Oklahoma law taking effect November 1st increases the penalties against a driver charged with DUI. That change is a part of the Marissa Murrow Act, which honors the 19-year-old UCO sophomore who was killed in a head-on crash with a drunk driver back in 2020. Now, under the new law, an aggravated DUI charge will automatically be a felony. That charge will have a new criteria as well, including a blood alcohol level, that is, of 0.15%, and speeding or driving with anyone under the age of 18.
Well, Oklahoma has one of the highest rates of domestic violence in the country, and now a nonprofit in Shawnee is working to change that. The organization celebrating 40 years of helping Oklahomans. Just last night, Project Safe held its annual fundraiser to support the Freedom House. It's a women's shelter. We met their keynote speaker who saw his mother's experience of domestic violence and is sharing her story to keep others safe.
Seeing your mom get beat, seeing your mom go through, fighting your dad get knocked out. For me, it was like, that's what I embody from her, is that the strength to keep going.
Now, if you or someone you know has experienced or is currently experiencing domestic violence, you can call the hotline at that number right there on your screen.
Your time now, 6:39. Got to get over to the Bob Mills Weather Center, check in with Lacey Swope. How are we starting off this Friday morning, Lace?
Well, with clear skies, the temperatures are up in some areas where the winds are stronger, but really across the metro, we have 50s, low 60s. It feels cool this morning. It is going to be warm this afternoon. 80s on the way. We'll see upper 80s. We'll have temperatures warm close to record highs for your weekend. How's it looking for fall break? What about the temperatures for the OSU game and, of course, the OU Texas game? It's coming up.
And the Red River.
I was going to get one of us. I was going to get one.
Let me just say the OU Texas game. How about that? We're talking about how you're getting there, traffic, your different options. You do have some, believe it or not, and tickets are still available for the train. We're talking about it all next on News 9, Red River Rivalry.
Breaking news on the west side of the metro this morning at Lake Overholser. You're looking live from our news tracker, Stephen Owsley, at this scene that unfolded just before 4 this morning. Authorities called out to the lake after witnesses say they saw a car go into the lake. They are actually out there investigating right now after pulling a person from the lake. That person did not survive the crash into the lake. We do not know the circumstances that led to that car going in, but we do know, as we mentioned, that it's right there on the south side of the lake near the boat ramp. The car went right into the water. We do have our Brianna Brown there gathering more information. We'll have updates throughout the morning.
Right now, we want to turn to the Bob Mills Weather Center, talk about what we can expect this weekend. A lot going on this weekend.
So many events.
High school football, you got youth sporting events tomorrow, football, college football to watch. There's a ton of stuff happening.
You guys are going to Haunt the Zoo.
Haunt the Zoo,
yes.
One of our favorite events that we do every Saturday in October, partnering with the zoo. We're kind of when you first come in the gate, the News 9 booth is there. Bring your kiddos in their Halloween costumes, dress up as a family, trick-or-treat at the zoo. It's a fun time.
It's so much fun, and you always say this, but it lets you wear that Halloween costume multiple times, not just that one time in October.
Right. And for the kiddos, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
My daughter keeps wanting to wear her costume everywhere she goes.
You should let her.
I'll let her after Halloween. There'll be nothing left of it by the end of the month.
So you dress for the kids as you should. The only people that ever know my costumes are the parents, and that's just that's okay. I will say it's going to be topical. It'll be relevant, but many people probably won't know it. That's a nice tease.
That is Colby.
See you at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Some reference that you don't know about from 40 years ago. Here you go. It's for you.
How are we looking this morning, Lake?
We're warm this morning out the door. I would recommend that this morning you dress for summertime. For the kiddos heading out as you're planning out your day, temperatures are in the 60s, some 70s in Oklahoma for lows, and we're getting hotter from here. Are you headed to Dallas? Will you be tailgating? So many thousands of folks go to Dallas to celebrate this game and do not even get close to the Cotton Bowl. It's just to be in the environment. It's electrifying. One of the biggest rivalries, I would argue the biggest rivalry in college history. It is wild what goes on. It is always so much fun. OU taking on Texas. 2:30 is the kickoff at the Cotton Bowl Stadium there in Dallas. Temperatures will be in the 80s in the morning and warming into the 90s with sunny skies. OSU also has a big game tomorrow up in Stillwater. That kickoff is 11 at Boone Pickens Stadium. Now in Oklahoma, not quite as hot as what it will be south of the Red River. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s, though, by the fourth quarter. And now, after today, it is fall break for Oklahoma City Public Schools. Many of the schools by the middle to end of next week, your fall break begins. And I'm telling you, the forecast for next week is a ridge of high pressure above average temperatures, and in some areas closer to records than average. This weekend in Oklahoma City, we're forecasting the upper 80s. Now, we may have a few places in the metro, we will, that reach 90 degrees. The record for today is 95. That record was set back in 1965. Tomorrow, the record is 94 again on Sunday. Now, you'll notice the white bar here is the average temperature for this time of year. We're leaps and bounds above that. Now, as far as rain goes, we need that for sure. It'll help put a damper on any fire threats that we see. That will also help, of course, to keep things green for a little longer. We are going to see a 60% chance of rain on Monday, and it becomes more active by the end of next week into the next weekend. So the next big front that arrives is on the 19th of October, about 9 days away. This front that you're seeing, it's wimpy, it's weak, it doesn't make it into Oklahoma. Your Lucky Star Sky Cam network, it is 60 right now. Skies mostly clear. We'll have a few clouds around later today. Lower mid 60s are kind of where we're starting. We've had a few areas dip into the 50s, and there's the upper 60s up in Woodward, and then back up into Buffalo. South winds, that's the story for today. A south breeze will be with us for the next several days. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. By 1 o'clock, 84. We will reach 88 for an afternoon high. 91 in Enid, 90 in Altus. A warm to a hot day. Again, not breaking records, but it will feel like summertime for a few hours there. Really between about 2 and 5 p.m. That's the hottest part of the day. Now, we're watching the big picture always. What's going on across the globe. All these kinks and dips and swirls impact our weather pattern and what we see here in Oklahoma. Big low, that one's not impacting us. It's actually Raymond and Priscilla, two tropical storms that are bringing tropical moisture up along the ridge and eventually over Oklahoma. Monday, there's also, just for your reference, Tropical Storm Karen has been named officially out over the Atlantic. Will not wreak havoc on the United States. Will weaken. There is Tropical Storm Jerry as well over the Caribbean, which also does not look to make landfall. But the atmosphere in the low levels is jam-packed with moisture. This product just shows you all of that. Most of it is getting wrung out with those tropical systems by the time they make it into the plains. I'll show you rainfall totals in just a second. Lows tonight in the lower and mid 60s, some 50s, but definitely above normal. Highs tomorrow. Here's your Saturday, 80s and 90s. Sunday, 80s and 90s as well, but with a gusty south wind. Those winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, and we'll have to watch for the threat for wildfires. It's not extreme, but a low to a moderate threat coming up for Sunday. Then the rain chances begin on Monday into Tuesday. Check it out, 60 to a 70% chance of rain, and some areas could pick up a trace to a quarter of an inch. Some lucky folks might get a half of an inch of rain in the north and northwest, including the metro, but that'll be few and far between the way it looks. Stay tuned to the weekend. We'll update you on this next rain opportunity. 83 on Tuesday, back to the upper 80s for fall break next week. And guys, that 40% chance of thunderstorms may bring a severe threat by next Saturday. Back to you.
Lacey, thank you. Well, the search for a missing Southwestern Oklahoma State student comes to a tragic end nearly 3 hours away from campus. The OSBI discovered 18-year-old Logan Usel's body in a rural area of Sulphur. Investigators say he got into a fight with another student just before his death. Investigators then arrested that student, 18-year-old Cameron Lewis.
We're using the SWASU Police Department, cameras on campus to determine, again, when did these two talk to each other? When did they decide to exactly leave campus? And what had spurred up that altercation between the two?
Well, charges will be filed in federal court because Lewis is a tribal member and the victim's body was found on federal land.
6:49 your time right now. Megan Gold watching the roads for us this morning. Good morning, Megan. How's it looking?
Hey, good morning. Roads are picking up. And of course, we do have our Joey Mitchell that is trying to find his way to that accident as mentioned. It doesn't look like we have it quite yet. So we'll go ahead and move on. We'll have that update at 7:26 if needed. Our sunrise here in about 45 minutes at 7:32. And as we go into the evening, our sunset tonight at 7 o'clock. That is our last 7 o'clock sunset until next March 8th of next year. There's our Christensen camera breaking daylight. Broadway Extension, it is picking up. Folks heading southbound. The Dallas Junction getting busier as well. And then also out on the east side. Can't forget about all of you at I-40 and Air Depot. Looks good there as well. No accidents. So we're really doing fine. It is that accident just north of I-240 that we're watching, and we'll have an update on it if necessary. Right now, if you are headed out the door to head southbound to OU, Texas, looking fine. Just an update that I-35 will be open to 2 lanes in both directions. But as always, leave yourself extra time and really try to leave extra space between you and the car in front of you. There's some crazy drivers headed down to OU, Texas. Guys, back to you.
Oh, we hope not, Megan, certainly. Kickoffs again set for 2:30 for the Red River Rivalry game. So if you're heading down there, you might run into some of those snags, as Megan was mentioning. I-35 open to 2 lanes from OKC to Texas, but State Highway 9, though, that's the one's down to 1 lane near Goldsby. Also, the University of Texas located right up I-35 that has a game tonight at 6:30. That's North Texas. So it could cause some traffic in Denton. And then it's about an hour north of Dallas. So You can also check the Drive Oklahoma app if you're curious about conditions or where some of that construction is happening.
Just be patient. You know, some OU fans are skipping the traffic entirely, and they're going to ride on the big game train. Yeah, the Heartland Flyer. It leaves the station at 8:25 this morning to head south, and then it returns to Oklahoma City on Sunday. As of this morning, tickets are still available if you're interested. We have a link to buy them at news9.com. We're back after this. You're watching News 9 this morning. If you're just waking up with us, we are following breaking news at Lake Overholser. Police say a car drove into the water on the south side of the lake this morning, and the person inside did not survive. They have pulled that person's body, and they are still at the scene. So you will see a lot of police, a lot of firefighters. The tow truck drivers are still out there, and crime scene tape is still up. This is on the very south side, just west of the dam. So basically, County Line Road at Overholser Road. We're trying to get more details from police, but basically a witness said, yeah, the car drove right past me and into the water. We'll have more coming up throughout the morning.
The sun's coming up right now as we near 7 a.m. So many folks heading down to Dallas or just trying to get out and about and enjoy the sunshine.
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. Do your thing. Megan,
nice.
for folks this morning, it was fine. You said the best time to leave is 9 and 10, you think?
Yeah,
right?
I do. I think it'll just get busier kind of through the day, but as you kind of miss the morning rush hour, I think things will get a little bit better. Lacey, if you want to talk about the 9-day forecast there.
Yeah, that's for folks headed down to Dallas for the big OU Texas game. To be specific, if you're heading out here in the Oklahoma City metro, it's looking good. We're in the 50s, the 60s, we're in the 80s, and close to record highs. We'll have rain chances as we head into Monday and then next week.
I want to do a huge shout out to Bishop McGinnis. I was there for the Career Fair yesterday with all their seniors. It was so much fun. Thanks so much for having me. We talked all things weather.
Great. We'll have another update at 7:26. See you then.